Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Trill Gates. We begin in Juneau, where that special legislative session we've been telling you about is set to get underway on Saturday. And there's talk the entire session may only last one day. James Brooks with the Alaska Beacon joins us now from the Capitol with more. James?
Hi, Trill. Yes, that's right. We're only expecting this special session to last a few hours. It could extend through Monday if lawmakers need more time to hammer things out. And that's because the governor has set an agenda that includes education policy and a proposed Alaska Department of Agriculture. But lawmakers say they want to work on those things during the regular session, and so they will just be voting to consider overriding some of the governor's vetoes that he did after this year's regular session ended. The number one item among those vetoes is education funding. The governor vetoed about $50 million in public school funding. And so the question is whether lawmakers have the 45 votes they need to override the governor.
Now, James, with that vote about school funding, do you think it'll be close?
If we look at what the legislature has done in the past and previous votes, we would say that it's looking pretty close. But I've talked to lawmakers, and it seems more likely than not that as of today, that override will indeed take place. And we've seen public polling as well saying that there's large support among Alaskans to override the governor on this issue. But at this moment, it looks like it'll be a fairly quick special session.
James Brooks with the Alaska Beacon. Thanks, James. Ahead of that special session in Juneau, we've learned the governor has again been treated for skin cancer. Governor Mike Dunleavy has previously undergone procedures to address basal cell carcinoma. That's one of the most common forms of skin cancer. His office says this time the governor had a routine procedure done on his forehead. In Juneau, human remains that were recovered more than 20 years ago have now been identified. They belong to Daryl Bruce Fawcett, who's been missing since 1999. Juneau police say at the time, Fawcett was only 28 and described as experiencing homelessness. His family hadn't heard from him since September of 1999. Fast forward to 2004, a diver in the Gastineau Channel found human remains 80+ feet underwater near Merchants Wharf. Now, 20 years later, new DNA technology has been utilized to finally identify his remains. In Anchorage, the 2025 Arctic Encounter Symposium has wrapped up at the Dena'ina Center. Over 3 days, people from nearly 30 countries came together to talk about the challenges and opportunities facing the Arctic, everything from climate change to global security. As things wound down, many described the event as a success.
The connections and the human interactions that are made are what really are taken home.
It is such a thrill to be in Alaska and to learn so much more of the North American Arctic realities.
It's a good reminder of what a small part of something so much bigger we all are here in Alaska.
Folks also shared that now is the time to take what was talked about and really put it into action and make real progress for the Arctic. Can someone please tell me, where has the summer gone? In our state's largest school district, kids will start heading back to class in less than 2 weeks. In Anchorage, grades 1 through 5th, 6th, and 9th all kick off the new school year on Thursday, August 14th. Grades 7, 8, and 10 through 12 head back Friday the 15th, followed by preschool and kindergartners on Thursday the 21st. To make sure students are prepared for the new school year, thousands of backpacks were given out to families in Anchorage. Your Alaska Link's Ian Stewart shows us what the program known as Hugs is all about.
Begich Middle School was abuzz with activity for the Hugs event, which provides backpacks filled with school supplies to help kids get ready for the school year. Each backpack includes pens, pencils, erasers, composition books, and more, all to help students start the year prepared and ready to learn.
Everybody is in survival mode as far as paying bills, and one less thing to worry about.
Just to show you how many people showed up at the event, I'm here on the football field at the end of the line here at Begich Middle School, with the main building in the front of the line being way over there.
Azure Jackson was one of many who stood in line with their kids and shared that events like this help.
I think it's awesome. I think honestly they should keep it up. there should be more programs to help more people.
Leilani Money and her daughter Makana were among those who picked one up to help get ready for the new school year.
She's already been wanting to go to school, so this first time year is going to be great for her.
Makana herself was happy to get her backpack.
Is purple your favorite color?
Yes.
Okay. Is that why you chose that backpack? Are you ready for school?
Yes.
For Fa Ananimo Lavatai, getting a backpack was just the start. She was also excited about what's waiting for her once school begins.
Seeing my friends and really getting to know other people.
For the parents that we talked to, it's one less thing to stress about, and for the kids, it's one more reason to look forward to the first day of school. Ian Stewart, Your Alaska Link, Anchorage.
Another big event to get families back to school is happening Saturday in Anchorage. At the 11th annual Clothesline Project event at Clark Middle School, free clothes, toiletries, and shoes will be distributed to those in need. Last year's turnout was so big, organizers actually decided to relocate this year from the school parking lot to the football field.
Over the years, we've seen it evolve. We've seen what the Clothesline Project actually does. What we do is we bring confidence to kids a week before school starts. Kids shouldn't have to feel the pressures of life, and we know that they do because of their environment that really they didn't choose to be in.
Over the years, the Clothesline Project has helped over 10,000 kids get ready for the school year. Again, it's happening Saturday from 10 to 2 at Clark Middle School's football field in Anchorage. Now, let's check on our weather for the first weekend of August. Senior meteorologist Alyssa Triplett is here now with a peek at the forecast. Hi, Alyssa.
Our first weekend of August is even going to try to build in here some of this ideal summer-like conditions for portions of Alaska. Now, we have moved back to some intermediate shower activity across the panhandle, and that's going to still be a possibility, but there will be some feed of that high-pressure system allowing for some quiet pockets. And then areas of the south central and the interior, this is where that summer high-pressure system is going to be felt. Now, we still have some activity here that we're monitoring to at least start off our Saturday, noting that there are some heavy rains occurring across the Alaska Range and that falling into the south central to start off Saturday. Then the brighter skies will move their way in. Southeast is looking at the drier Saturday, and then it flips. We will see some shower chances return to areas of the southeast. The south central is going to move back into some sunshine, and then we will be talking about some isolated shower and thunderstorm coverage here for some of these communities across mainland Alaska, but I'll dive into those details in a few minutes.
Alyssa, thank you. Turning now to Katmai National Park and Preserve. The team there is seeing one of its best seasons yet, with a good salmon run and ever-increasing visitors. Your Alaska Link's Max Treese-Noran gives us a glimpse of what this special spot has to offer.
In the wilderness of western Alaska lives something special. It's not just the bears or the salmon, the river, nor the sea. It's that special space where all of them meet. It's Katmai National Park and Preserve.
We sit at the headwaters of the Bristol Bay Sockeye Salmon Run, the largest sustainable sockeye fishery on the planet. And our land protects the breeding grounds for sockeye salmon, which drives all of life out here.
And drive life it does. This salmon run brings the eyes of many and the hunger of more. Katmai is home to over 2,200 bears, making it one of the densest population of bears in the country.
They're iconic. They are definitely the face of the park. You think Katmai, you think bears.
So iconic, they've even become social media stars themselves. Back in 2014, the national park began a community-voted competition involving the bears in the park. That competition continues on even today, with its 11th annual year set to begin this fall.
It was just kind of an experiment, which vote on Facebook, which of these bears looks like they grew the most over the summer. And people really took it and ran with it.
Stay tuned to Your Alaska Link to find out when this year's Fat Bear Week begins.
To learn more about Katmai National Park and Preserve, you can visit our website. Max Treese-Noran, Your Alaska Link.
And a heads up from Alaska State Parks, the Kenai River Flats will temporarily close beginning next week. That's our first story in today's trip around Alaska. A heads up from Alaska State Parks, that closure has to do with construction work planned at the Kenai River Flats. It'll last from this coming Monday, August 4th through the end of September. Crews will be repaving the lot, adding in striping for parking, and installing an elevated walkway to allow safe access to the river. Now to the city of Dillingham. A burn ban has just been put into effect until further notice. Dillingham Fire and Rescue says this decision was made due to warm temperatures and dry conditions in the area. Animal Care and Control in Anchorage is having an adoption event Saturday. It's happening at the Petco in Mountain View from 2 to 5 p.m. If you want to learn more about all the adoptable animals, we'll have a link on our website. And a fresh face will be among mushers racing to Nome in the 2026 edition of the Last Great Race. Jay Foucher of Wentworth, New Hampshire, has signed up to run the Iditarod, bringing the total number of mushers so far to 24. Iditarod 54 is set to kick off March 7th. And that'll do it for today's trip around Alaska. Alyssa's full forecast and so much more still to come on Your Alaska Link. But first, let's meet this week's Croson Law Group Athlete of the Week. Mycerine Azam is a senior at Diamond High School in Anchorage, and she's known for her power and talent on the softball diamond. When not in the batter's box, Mycerine enjoys playing outfield. She balances her love of sport with academics while holding down a job. Mycerine plans on choosing a college that provides her the best opportunity to continue to play softball. Congratulations, Mycerine, for being named this week's Athlete of the Week. Want to nominate a Croson Law Group Student Athlete of the Week? Visit YourAlaskaLink.com and click on the Sports tab. All athletes of the week will then have a chance to win the annual $10,000 Croson Law Group Scholarship.